put in anticipation of hosting farm weddings, and created a little bistro set over here with a trellis. This is our barn, and as you see in front of our pond, there's 2 cement cows. All of this was accessible before the building of next door, the King's property. And to go back to when we were first doing this, we had always intended to host farm weddings. And a gentleman contacted us and said that he had all the parts. He had everything but the location. Could he take it and run with it and operate that and pay us a commission? And we thought that was great. I mean, we're in our mid-60s. We had enough with the shelter and the house. But apparently it wasn't true about we could do anything, because after our partner put a sign up on our barn advertising, we had a visit from the county. And it seems that we needed a variance, which cost us, I believe, $465 non-refundable for the application fee, as well as basically the same amount to send out registered letters to everybody within so many feet. I've mentioned before that I feel things very strongly, and I absolutely knew to the depths of my core that this was going to be bad, and I refused to go to the meeting. So my husband and our partner went. It was so horribly, they were attacking basically the whole concept. And one of the people who had bought one of the lots kept standing up in the meeting complaining that we had flooded their property. I mean, it was ugly, to say the least. And as the partner said to my husband, no wonder Mary didn't want to go. My husband told him her head would have exploded. And as we all know, I've been diagnosed with chronic strokes, so just hearing about it, I'm sure one of my strokes happened. So we were left with, what are we going to do to fund the shelter? My husband, who had worked in the insurance industry for over 40 years and was with the same company for over 20 years as the CFO and the senior VP, had lost his job almost a year to the date of when we purchased the farm. And we had gone through every cent we had doing renovations and everything else. And he had intended to work another 10 years. Well, as I continued to decline in health, he felt he couldn't really look as diligently for another position because he was afraid to leave me alone. I was falling daily. I was leaving the stove on when I cooked. And eventually, from all of this, the stress of everything, and this, like I said, was from 2014 to 2019 to today. In 2015, I was diagnosed with Sjogren's as well as lupus. And then trying to deal with all the issues that comes with the disease and maintain the house, my daughter suggested the hip camp, and that's when we opened it to camping. And we had it open for a year, and we were doing great, and we thought, maybe we'll be able to get through the winter and pay for our electric bill and eat too. Well, 4th of July, we had 11 campers, and then the following week, we get a call from the county. We need a variance. So, at this point, again, my health continued to spiral downhill to the point where, after that little bit of information, I was diagnosed with neurological issues that deal with the autonomic nervous system. I was sent to the neurologist by my pulmonologist because I wasn't able to breathe. And it turns out the autonomic nervous system controls your breathing, your sweating, your temperature, your blood pressure, and a number of other things. And your heart muscle included. And I shared in a vlog last week how I had another trip to the ER, and that involved, because my heart has a blockage now. And I'm now DNR status because with the chronic strokes and the heart issues, I just feel ridiculous. I'm on borrowed time, and as these diseases progress, I'm not going to be comfortable, and it's going to be a slow progression unless one of my falls takes care of me, or a heart attack or a major stroke. I was adopted, and my mother died. My birth mother, who I had met, had died at 64 in her sleep from either a heart attack or stroke, and that is why I feel like I've been living on borrowed time for 2 years. But I just felt that it would be interesting for you to see when I refer to stress, what these stresses are, to physically see what causes, in my case, what I believe, my declining